What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. Hope you guys all had a great Christmas. And today we got a Michigan football report video for you guys. Gonna be going over the latest on some transfer portal targets for Michigan, including top offensive linemen, also a new wide receiver target. We also go over Michigan landing Justice Haynes, the latest on Arizona cornerback Emmanuel Carnley, and also the latest on Haywood and Zahir Mathis. Michigan trying to close out the 2025 recruiting class on a high note. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and start this video by talking about Michigan's early Christmas gift that they got on Christmas Eve, and that was landing the #1 running back in the transfer portal, the Alabama transfer, Justice Haynes. Michigan, they hosted him over the weekend for a visit along with other top portal targets, and really the two main schools that were fighting over him was Michigan and South Carolina in the end. Michigan was able to overcome South Carolina's push, and they pick up a huge commitment. Michigan's running back room with Justice Haynes paired with Jordan Marshall is going to be absolutely incredible. You also got potentially a quarterback starting next season for Michigan like Bryce Underwood, in the backfield is going to be something to watch for the Wolverines. Defenses, it's going to be tough to defend that, but Michigan picking up the 5'11", 210-pound running back from Alabama, was a sophomore this past season, does have 2 seasons of eligibility remaining, and this past season he had 79 carries for 448 yards and 7 touchdowns, was a former 5-star recruit as well. It is Michigan's 8th transfer portal pickup, and definitely by far their best pickup thus far. But also wanted to talk about a new transfer portal wide receiver target for Michigan, as according to Steve Lorenz of 24/7 Sports and the Michigan Insider, and Chris Hummer of 24/7 Sports, Michigan is among the schools who have been in contact with the Clemson wide receiver transfer Troy Stellato, along with Arkansas, UCF, Pittsburgh, Louisville, and others. He did enter the portal back on December 3rd. He's a 6'1", 190-pound wide receiver. This past season with Clemson, he had 25 receptions for 264 yards and 1 touchdown. Also in the 2023 season with Clemson, he had 39 receptions for 337 yards and a touchdown. Does have 2 seasons of eligibility remaining. He has dealt with injuries throughout his college career and was a top 200 recruit in the 2021 class, and did have 2 somewhat productive seasons with Clemson these past 2 seasons. So that's another receiver Michigan is going after. Obviously, we did talk about the UConn transfer Skylar Bell, who did make a visit to Michigan over the weekend. Talked a little bit about him already. This past season with UConn had 47 receptions for 783 yards and 4 touchdowns. Is a 6-foot receiver. Also before transferring to UConn, did spend some time at Wisconsin, so he does have some Big Ten experience. So Michigan looking to add some more receivers from the transfer portal. Also a couple offensive linemen as well from the transfer portal on the offensive side. Already got their transfer quarterback and running back. Now, before we do continue this video, I do want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, BetUS. They have all the odds you need, and obviously it's bowl season in college football right now. Tons of good games, including the college football playoffs. Of course, Michigan's bowl game matchup against Alabama on New Year's Eve. But we do got the quarterfinals of the college football playoffs on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. You got Penn State, Boise State, and I'm actually going to do a parlay here. I have Penn State covering the current 11-point spread against Boise State. I also got Texas, Arizona State covering the 13.5 spread. I also got Oregon beating Ohio State outright, and also Georgia covering the 2-point spread against Notre Dame. Let me know what you guys think about that bet, but you can bet $50, win $700 on that parlay. That's just an example of many bets you can make, and currently it is a great time to get started because BetUS is offering a 150% sign-up bonus up to $2,000. You also get a 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000, all with promo promo code YouTube150. So go ahead, check them out at betus.com. Use promo code YouTube150, and obviously please gamble responsibly. But let's go ahead and continue here. And I did want to talk about the Washington State offensive tackle transfer Fa'ili Fa'amoe, and he is obviously one of the best offensive tackle transfers in the transfer portal currently. A 6'5", 314-pound offensive tackle, has 1 season of eligibility remaining, and currently it is a battle between Michigan and Nebraska, according to On3's Steve Wiltfong. Both of them did host Fa'amoe on campus, both Nebraska and Michigan. Michigan's also still going after the Northwestern offensive lineman Josh Thompson, although he did get a crystal ball prediction put in Tennessee's favor to land him. There's also other schools like Ohio State, Auburn, LSU in the mix. Michigan did host him for a visit this month, and it appears he is set to make a decision this week. So we'll see what happens. Right now, it appears Tennessee is trending to land him, though. So those are a couple updates on the offensive lineman Michigan's going after. If Michigan doesn't land them, they could circle back to other targets as well. But offensive line, definitely a need for Michigan in the transfer portal. They already got one out of Brady Norton, although Michigan could use another offensive lineman that has more experience and could start right away. That's really what Michigan needs. Brady Norton, I think he's going to be a great offensive lineman. Might need a year or two, though, to develop a little bit more before starting on the offensive line for Michigan, but we'll just have to wait and see. So on the defensive line, Michigan, they added Alabama defensive tackle transfer Damon Payne. Michigan has been in contact with the Washington State defensive lineman David Gusta, also LSU's JVR Suggs, which is down to a final 7 of Michigan, Penn State, Arkansas, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Wisconsin, and he could make a trip to Michigan after the dead period ends. He is a Michigan native, so Michigan's still going after a couple defensive linemen there. Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle for Michigan, has declared for the 2025 NFL Draft, which makes it that much more important for Michigan to potentially add one more defensive lineman through the transfer portal, as they will be losing and having to replace both Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham, potentially the best interior duo you will ever see in college football. And here at Michigan, Kenneth Grant this past season had 32 total tackles, including 3 sacks and 2 fumble recoveries. Also had 3.5 sacks in 2023 and an interception. He is going to be great along with Mason Graham in the NFL. Good luck to both of them. Michigan's also going after the Arizona cornerback Emmanuel Carnley, who has 3 years of eligibility remaining, was a freshman this past season, had 16 total tackles, including 5 pass deflections, a 6'3", 184-pound cornerback, along with Michigan, Ole Miss, and Miami also in the mix, and he has visited all 3 schools. According to E.G. Holland of the Wolverine, he was looking to make his decision on Christmas Day. He has not announced yet, but Michigan is a top contender in that recruitment, and obviously looking to land another cornerback from the transfer portal. Does seem like he had a great time on his visit when he visited Michigan, likes the scheme they run, and also defensive coordinator Wink Martindale to think he could be a great fit. So that's latest on the transfer portal for Michigan. Couple targets there. Obviously it's the dead period right now. Dead period started I believe on December 23rd and will go through January 5th. However, there is a quiet period where only 2- and 4-year transfers, they can visit schools from January 1st through the 5th. So Michigan can host some recruits or transfer portal targets through January 1st through the 5th. But right now it is the dead period. But Michigan's also still going after some 2025 recruits. Did want to give an update on the 5-star offensive tackle Ty Haywood, currently committed to Alabama. Michigan was obviously trending for him. They are set to get him on campus for a visit in January. However, there's also schools like Texas Tech and also Florida State trying to get involved as well. So Michigan gonna have to overcome a couple of those schools. Then also, obviously Michigan going after the 2025 4-star top 100 edge Zahir Mathis, as he is set to take trips to Michigan, Florida State, UCLA, and Oregon in January before making a final decision. So that's the latest on them. Hasn't really been that much news on them because, you know, they are set to visit schools in January, but Michigan looking to really close out the 2025 class on a high note. If they can land Mathis and tie Haywood, that would be two cherry on tops to the 2025 recruiting class for the Wolverines. But with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Again, shout out to BetUS. Go ahead, check them out at betus.com. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it, and we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.